Meet Jeremy Bentham, British philosopher, reformer, radical thinker, and spiritual founder of the University College London. This is actually his auto icon, which is made from his real skeleton, wearing his actual clothes, and has his real hair on his head. He sits on display in a glass box, and students line up to meet him and take pictures. It's part of every student's experience. He's been dead for 181 years and was the signatory for their 2012 Christmas appeal. So it started as an opt-in in the alumni magazine, a tiny little box for people to check if they wanted to receive a paper lantern representation of his head. Hoping not to receive complaints, instead, the alumni office received over 1,000 requests. His head is made of wax on his auto icon, but originally his mummified head was also on display. In the 1970s, it was stolen by students from a rival university and held for ransom. The kidnappers demanded £100 for its safe return. This appeal works as a ransom in reverse. Jeremy sends you a paper representation of his head and asks for payment. Another significance to the ask amount of £100 is that's the same amount of a gift that Jeremy himself once made to the university. But in this appeal, he offers more convenient payment methods than gold coins. So once you get your head around the fact that they actually got buy-in to use a signatory who's been dead for 181 years, you want to know if it worked. Their acquisition increased by 71% over the previous year, and the uplift on direct mail and email was 200% over the previous year and 30% higher than anything they had tried before. They tried something that looked a lot different than anything they had done previously, and it worked because they engaged alumni first by attracting their attention and then by encouraging them to act. They recognized that a radical thinker whose auto icon students had been visiting for 162 years could be a unifying force. Almost 50% of the acquisitions came from alumni who received a standalone email written in 18th century English and signed by Jeremy, reminding them of the time that they lined up to meet him in the South Cloisters. Jeremy penned the letters, the emails, and the thank yous, and encouraged alumni to share photos of his head taken on some new invention. The Jeremy Bentham paper head generated the highest number of likes on their Facebook page, and hundreds of alumni shared photos of their head. The appeal itself was featured in an article in the New York Times. It was an outside-of-the-box idea from an icon who sits inside a box, and it worked because it connected alumni to their unique experience at University College London. It started as an idea on a napkin, a little bit radical, but blessed by the resident Jeremy Bentham expert who said Jeremy would have liked it. There's plans to continue to use Jeremy Bentham in initiatives across campus, including Student Engagement Day and at graduation ceremonies. In June of 2013, he attended a college council meeting where he was recorded in the minutes as present, but not voting.